Alright, how we doing? So, hey, I don't have any rights to that music, but I'm in downtown Nashville here, alright? And I'm gonna do a tour of a Nashville video. Alright, that it's a bunch of establishments here, like restaurants, shops. I'm over here on Broadway. This is the main drag here in Nashville. And like I said, it's all kinds of stuff there that has to do primarily with country music. Nashville is the country music capital of the world. All right, right behind me is the Bridgestone Arena. That's where the hockey team played. And more than likely, well, let's talk about bringing basketball here as well, the NBA. But for the most part, I want to go to the African American Music Museum right behind me. You see, I want to go check that out. All right, so let's do a video on that. Let's go inside and see what's inside there. All right. And I'll leave you with some final comments. All right, hopefully I can, I can be able to get in. It's got like 45 minutes before the restaurant, this museum closed here. So there's some stuff they talk about hip hop, George Clinton, let's see here, jazz band. All right, they're probably gonna talk about blues and disco and all this different stuff. So, all right, here's the ticket booth. So I don't know how they feel about me filming, but let me cut it off here at this point. All right, I'm gonna watch this video. They're gonna have the video for a small, very short video that I guess they're introducing the museum. All right, so they just ended it, so I'm gonna go inside here and check out the rest of the museum. All right, so I'm in the auditorium here. So here's a little bit of African art, okay? All right, handcrafted. I don't know how old it is, okay? But it's a little bit of the stuff there. And we're gonna go out of the museum and let's see here. Let's see some of the stuff that they got here. So this is the hip hop section here. It's one of my favorite guys there. Let's see here, that's Eric B. Let's see, I think that's Yo-Yo. All right, Hip Hop Nation. So this was during my time here, 86 to 99. I was like a teenager. And then 99, I was like 28. So I think that's when a lot of the best music came out, like Nas, Jay-Z, some of the guys. One of my favorite guys is Gangstar though. You know what I'm saying? DJ Premier. I still listen to a lot of their music when I'm working out. All right, so let's see here. All right, so this is Curtis Mayfield right here. I don't know who this lady is right here. I don't know who that lady is. Let's see. Oh, Keziah Jones and Soweto Choir. Let's see here. I don't know who this guy is here. So, all right, so I guess it works in sequence. I went the opposite way, so it starts actually in this section from 1619, and it works its way up to, all right, however they're gonna do it. But we'll get back to that in a second here. So let's go in this room here. Let's see what they have here. All right, so this is probably more of upbeat hip hop. All right, this is Pharrell. Actually, Pharrell is from my hometown, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, but he's from Virginia Beach. Let's see here, this guy here is Tretch. Yeah, back in the college days, I had a couple of, probably their first 3 or 4 CDs. Let's see here. This is Foxy Brown, Lauryn Hill, Missy. Actually, Missy's from my hometown too, and Little Kim. Man, this is back in the day there. Let's see here, Lauryn Hill again. Lauryn Hill is very talented. She plays the guitar too as well. This is the Brat. Let's see here, Common. All right, Eminem. All right, so he's arguably one of the best rappers. Wu-Tang Clan. All right, I had a lot of their CDs back in my young days. All right, they still make music to this day here. All right, who's this? Timbaland. Timbaland is another guy from my hometown. He's from Virginia Beach. Let's see here. Outkast, they're from Atlanta. Man. See here, Tupac. Everybody loves Tupac, Biggie, Puff Diddy Combs, Snoop Dogg, NWA, the controversial rap group, and so forth. They made a movie here a few years ago. Ice Cube. This is history, all right? See here, LL. That was one of my favorite guys in my teenage days there. You know what I'm saying? Run DMC. All right, they were one of the first pioneers. I think they came out with had the first platinum album. That's Russell Simmons. I forgot who this guy's name is. Rick Rubin. All right. Let me see here. You know, back then they had a lot of independent group. And I always wanted a Dookie rapping with a Kango, but my mom would never get me one though. So my mom's era and my era is different. All right. Man, Steps of Sonic, man. This is like back in the day when they had vinyl, Beastie Boys. I think MCA passed away about 10 years ago. Public Enemy, one of my favorite groups in the day. Again, that's Eric B and Rakim back in my teenage days. The Queen. Man, they got the beatbox. Always wanted one of them, but my mom wouldn't let me have one. Let's see here, the Barge. Actually, one of the Barges just passed away just, a few days ago. They're my favorite groups of all time, right? A Tribe Called Quest. Let's see here, MC Light. Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? I used to love, like, Pepper back in the day. I had a crush on Pepper, though. She's off to the right. Let me see who else we got. Okay? And much, much more. Let's see. See here, they got Muhammad Ali and his stuff. See, Jill Scott Heron. All right, a lot of guys have made a lot of raps sample off of his music there. Okay, he was actually a rapper, but they didn't call it rap back in the 70s. So one of his hits, PM Dawn, they had a song off. I think it was called From Louisiana or something like that. All right, off that record right there. Which PM Dawn made sold a lot of millions of records off that. All right. Let's see, African about it. There's a lot of controversy about that. I'm not going to talk about that on this video. All right. Civil rights. My mom went through civil rights and so forth. This is like in Birmingham. Okay. And this is a little film here. All right. I don't want to, get a copyright strike, so. I don't have no rights to that music. Kendrick Lamar, Missy again. Okay. So we're gonna move on, okay? All right, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. All right, this is the George Clinton era in the 70s. Love Supreme. All right, so a lot of this, see, I was familiar with this because my mom had a lot of the vinyl and so forth. It's Chuck Berry, of course, Michael Jackson, Beyonce. All right. Let's see here, Parliament. I remember my dad had that record when I was 5 years old, the Flashlight record. Johnny Otis, all right. See, this is when my mom and dad was going to school. They had all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Independent records here, okay. With Charles Brown, Esther Phillips. Like I said, my mom had all these records here. Music was just music. And people did what they did best. All right, so let's see who else we got here. I forgot that guy, Fats Domino. All right. Actually, a lot of rockers have patterned themselves off Fats Domino. All right. Let's see here. Brenda Andrews, Miller London. All right. Platinum. These are one of the best albums ever right here. Whitney Houston. All right, actually, they do a Holocaust in Las Vegas, so I'm going to do a video on that when I get a chance. Let's see here. The, what is this, Destiny's Child here. All right, there's rumors of they're going to get back together. We'll see about that. One of my favorite groups here, TLC. I used to love T-Boz back in the day. One of my other favorite actors, Jill Scott. And this is India Arie. Actually, this is the basketball player Ralph Sampson's daughter. There's Ralph Sampson from Virginia too. Let's see what else we got here. This is one of my mom's, I think, favorite performers here. Lionel Richie, Bobby Brown with that, slow flat top. I had a flat top like that back in the day when I had hair. New Edition, Janet. Probably the greatest of record of all time here. 40 million plus records. Thriller, Prince, and Lionel Richie. And Lionel Richie performs at the Venetian. Natalie, my mom had this record right here. So this is Nat King Cole's daughter. All right. Man, Commodores, man, this is bringing me way back. All right. Isley, my mom had a bunch of these, like Barry White and Isley's. So, man, who's these guys? Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Maurice White, he passed away probably about 5-6 years ago. All right, that's a film here. Got Rihanna, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. You see here, Aretha, my mom had a bunch of their records. She's like the queen of Detroit. Again, this George Clinton. My dad, I think, had liked George Clinton back in the day. See here, TP. All right, he's a great. My mom had this record right here, Jerry Butler. A lot of those guys started going on around the 2010. So, of course, here's Stevie Wonder. All right, Stax. I learned about these guys like in music history here. Supremes. Actually, those Supremes went to my mom's school for homecoming in the 60s. I seen them on a yearbook. Man, they was lucky they had Marvin Gaye, Supremes. Man. Okay, let's go on and move on, okay? So I think this is like a guitarist section here. And here's some, I'm gonna slide to go through this here real quick. So this is where you can catch a lot of your guitars. I think Jimi Hendrix is probably the greatest one ever, if you ask me. Him and B.B. King, in my opinion. All right, these are guys that multi-talented musicians. All right, Stevie Wonder is also great, but I don't know if he played the guitar or not, but he did play, it's like 7 other instruments. Yeah, so they had different genres of jazz music. They had the New York type, Chicago, Louisiana, Georgia, and it was like a different, flavor. All right, so
you've got mail.
Louis Armstrong, another great musician there. That's the one with the cheeks had bubbly cheeks back in the day. So here's some other them cats here. All right, that was probably a Civil War band there. All right, Army band. Okay. You can see a lot of the different, these are college bands here. You can see a lot of this stuff on like, Black history and that type of thing. So, Wynton Marsalis, all right. I remember listening to his music as a kid. They played, Spike Lee played a lot of his music. Let's see who they got here. Again, here's some 90s hip hop stuff. All right. I think they do like groups here. It looks like a lot of this stuff is tied in with slavery, or like back in the pre-civil rights days here. All right, the president and B.B. King. All right, what else we got here? This is blues here. And actually, Nashville and Memphis, which I am now, is place of the blues. St. Louis, Louisiana. All right, so like I say, I'm a whiz through this real quick. I think again, B.B. King is probably one of the greatest ones ever. All right. Speaking of which, that's B.B. King right there. They used to have a B.B. King's in Las Vegas, but they closed it down. All right, so it's banjo and some other stuff here. All right, we're gonna move on here, and I'm running out of juice here, okay? All right, so this is like an R&B section here, all right? Where during my time, like I was familiar with a lot of the these great artists here. Alicia Keys. Let's see here. Pharrell once again. All right, from the 757. Justin Timberlake, you know, he's on the R&B tip too. Let's see here, Mariah. All right. I think I was already here before y'all. All right, but you know what? At least I'm here. Let's see here. I can, you know, go over some parts that I missed here. All right, so here's some pictures right here of Janet Jackson. Let's see here, I don't know who these other guys are, but I do know who this guy is, Michael Jackson. Again, Shaka. And you know, she performed out there in Las Vegas on Labor Day weekend. Let's see here. So Winston Marsalis once again. All right. I remember my mom had this record right here. Lionel, once again, like I say, hey, Lionel's a man though, you know what I'm saying? Grover Washington. A lot of great artists though that everybody liked, okay? Once again, Aretha, Barry Manilow. Hey man, I like that voice though, man. He got like a buttery voice. And actually, you know, he performs at the Westgate. He's about 75. He looks pretty good for his age there. I think he used to do that American Bandstand. All right. So once again, MC Lyte, En Vogue, one of my favorite groups back in the day. I used to love Dawn there, the girl on the left. Yeah. I guess I was gonna marry all those ladies, right? All right, the Imperials here, man. Smokey Robinson, see, they performed back in my mom's days, my dad and all that. All right, Smokey Robinson's 80 years old though, you know, so, you know, looks pretty good for his age. All right, who else we got? A lot of George Clinton's albums. He's in his 70s now as well, so. And yeah, I was here before, so I'm gonna go on and move on there. All right, I think I've seen all I need to see.
Maybe I have a responsibility.
All right, y'all. Before I leave, here's a little bit of homage to, you know, military personnel that were African American here. And again, they've had this bands in the military and so forth. All right. So just talks a little bit about, you know, different branches and all that. All right, like paratroopers, war soldiers there. Okay, your all black battalions. Okay, I think the Red Tails are probably the most popular one, the Tuskegee Airmen. Okay, and also women too. All right, ladies, y'all has done a lot, you know, for the Army, but particularly for the war, Second World War, and the Women's Corps. All right, ladies, I want to count y'all out now.
You've got mail.
Okay. All right, let me leave here with some final thoughts here. I want to make sure that I covered a lot that I'm going to cover there. Again, this is a lot in my mom's era there, all right? I mean, I really feel like really elated visiting this museum. All right, y'all, so just a few final comments here. I don't have rights to that music, by the way. I'm in the lobby right here. So you have, let's see here, this amplifier. I guess this is a store there, all right, where they have the different paraphernalia for African-American music, all right? So, yeah, I'm in Nashville here, and actually my cousin told me about this today. So this is among all the different, you know, country bars and so forth. I'm about to go on Broadway right now, so hey, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I think that this is also part of American history. You know, a lot of the music probably was tied in with slavery and civil rights and so forth. The only thing I've been really concerned about over the last probably 10 years or so is the message. And I think that we've got away from the purpose or whatever, all music, of what it's really about. And I think it needs to probably be more authentically about music. Maybe about love, about trust, about things like, you know, addressing maybe social injustice or family and stuff like that, okay? That's what I'm concerned about. All right, and we need to start getting back to that. All right, and that's all genres. All right. So yeah, there's a bunch of people out there this weekend on Broadway. Actually, Broadway is behind me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, I'm gonna go and move on. And feel free to subscribe, share, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this video. If you want to donate, Cash App $ Winston Spivey or SPIVEW1 at unlv.nevada.edu for PayPal. Now I can take this off now. I can finally breathe now.